Let's walk through how to create some custom walls for your Keystone building design. We're going to go ahead and start off by taking a look at this curtain wall here, and we can actually select it mostly by default. Everything's kind of rectangular or kind of square shaped. But what we are allowed to do is we can actually go up here and edit the profile. I'm going to go ahead and turn the view cube to the front. I can do this in the 3D view or any elevation view or section view or anything like that. But I'm actually going to kind of just play around with creating kind of a new kind of design. So just kind of creating something kind of interesting here. And really what we've got to do is kind of like other CAD programs, we're creating the boundary almost like an extrusion. Now, in this case, if I try to hit the green check mark, you're going to see it says lines cannot intersect each other. I'm going to select continue, and the issue is this top line right here. So we don't want anything kind of doing that. So we got one continuous path going all the way around. Once I hit that green check mark, you're going to see that it's going to maybe give you an error that says, hey, some of these elements cannot be, in this original design. So I'm just going to say delete the elements. And this is going to kind of show me a little bit new and interesting kind of design that I can put in a custom curtain wall kind of design there. If I select it, I can also reset the profile. So if I want to change my mind and like do something different, I can say reset profile. It's going to bring that back. I can say delete elements, because some of those curtain wall mullions that were there now get deleted. It's just a little message that Revit kind of gives you. And then I can always go back in, edit the profile. And again, like if I wanted to do like the start end radius arc, I could kind of put like this in here and create a little bit more of kind of like an arc to the top of this. Again, I'm going to delete this line, hit the green check mark, probably get rid of that. And you can see I get a little bit more of an interesting kind of design for the curtain wall. So now in this case, curtain walls are not the only thing that allow us to kind of have this kind of flexibility. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to do a little temporary hide, use my glasses, and I'm going to just say hide the element. And I'm going to go ahead and turn toward this wall right here. When I select it, I can edit the profile. And maybe what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and put in an arc kind of opening here between these structural columns. Now, the only thing is with this is it's going to give me an error if I try to hit the green check mark. So I'm actually going to get rid of this bottom line. And then what I got to take a look at is I'm going to utilize something called the pick lines tool. And I'm actually going to pick around these other curtain walls that I have. Because again, we want to create a continuous path for our extrusion. And I'm just going to use the line tool to bridge the gap here. I'm going to do from here to here, and then from here to here, and then from here to here. So again, like when you look, you've got this line and it's going to go up and over. Now we're going to get a little error again when I do this because I did a wall opening in a previous video for this wall, and now it says that it doesn't cut the host. So I kind of went around that opening. So there's nothing's kind of being cut out of the wall. So I'm just going to say delete that opening, because when I click off of here, I kind of manually created the opening by editing that wall profile. So everything still looks the same, but that wall opening just isn't needed anymore. So now I can go ahead and have this kind of archway opening. I could put a curtain wall in there. I could just, do a lot of different things. So that is kind of looking at some of the different possibilities. I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to select this wall, go down to the eyeglasses and say hide element. I'll add that to it. So here we're going to see some of the structural steel framing. And I'm going to take a look at the back view. And here is an interior wall as well. So if I go to my level 1 floor plan, so you'll see I'm going to be looking at this wall right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and draw a curtain wall in. And I can use a Keystone curtain wall, or I can use a storefront one. Either one. I'm just going to go ahead and draw that wall. And then I'm going to select it, move it. And then just like how I did on the external, I want to make sure I'm right in the middle. You'll see that dash line show up. And then that way it cuts right into that interior wall. If I go back to my 3D view, I can see there's where that wall is. Now, you can see it's definitely extending up above and beyond the boundaries of that wall. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select that curtain wall and say edit the profile. And maybe rather than having these outside edges, I can also do this. I'm just going to clear all these out, these lines, these existing lines. And then I can go ahead and, like, maybe if I want to, I can draw like a line like this. Maybe even take the spline tool or any of these other drawing tools, any of the other shapes that I want to create. But I'm going to use just the arc tool, maybe get it right about where I want. I'll do maybe about, let's do, say, 40 degrees roughly. I'm not being super accurate with this. I'm just kind of playing around. I'm going to kind of trace and track off of that line. Same kind of thing, maybe about what I had on the top. Connect utilizing the line command. So again, I've got a closed loop profile. If I select the green check mark, you're going to see it's going to say like, hey, we can't maintain these curtain wall mullions. That's okay. Let's just get rid of them. We don't need them anymore anyway. And now you've got this kind of custom curtain wall kind of interior in there too. Any walls are also applied to this as well. So again, think about just some different things that you can kind of do with some of these different features. So when we're ready to turn this back on, I can just say reset the temporary hide and isolate. And some other thing, this one other thing that we can kind of add in is if we go into the level 1 floor plan. So like depending upon where you might be adding an entrance or anything, you can always go into architecture, choose a wall. You know, we've been working with curtain walls quite a bit, but let's say we want to, utilize one of the designs of the walls we had here. So if we're going to add, like, let's say the brick and CMU on metal stud 2, and let's use like maybe, let's say the arc. We can always go off of the front corners of this building and kind of draw in kind of like an arc kind of wall as well. If I go to the 3D view, this wall, I need to flip it, so I can just press the space bar, or I can go back and flip the blue arrows. But this right here would also be a way that you can kind of add in an arc wall into your design. So then that way that just kind of adds a little bit more. You may notice that some of this, like when you look at the settings, again, you might want to look at it goes up to level 2. It's got a 4-foot offset. So let's see what kind of setting we have. That one looks pretty similar. So it might just be, we just might have played with some of the settings or anything like that to get this to kind of come out right. But overall, you can look at kind of adding some of these in and kind of making things just look a little bit more visually interesting. If you're wanting to even like, take a look at like adding this wall and maybe deleting this one or something along those lines. But overall, there's a lot of different capabilities you can start to do with creating custom walls and just not necessarily sticking just to rectangles and squares for your design. So be creative, have fun with this, and I'll be interested in seeing what everybody comes up with.